destroying our family. We aren't sure we want her in our lives.
Where is my daughter? Oh my God.
We're all struggling with our own problems.
I don't even feel like we're the same people anymore.
It's hard.
Before we dive into the shocking events that led to Josh's downfall, let's take a quick look at who Josh Castravet is. Known for his appearances on reality, Josh quickly became a household name. With his quirky personality and wild antics, he captivated audiences across the globe. But behind that smile and those catchy catchphrases, Josh harbored some deep secrets that would eventually come crashing down on him. For years, fans loved him for his charm and his larger-than-life personality. But as the cameras stopped rolling, Josh's life took a dark turn. Rumors began to swirl about his questionable behavior, financial struggles, and his rocky marriage with Pumpkin, and then, there was Pumpkin, the woman who once stood by Josh's side through thick and thin. But as the cracks in their marriage deepened, so did the public scrutiny. It wasn't long before the couple's personal drama became public fodder. From accusations of infidelity to financial mismanagement, their marriage was on the verge of falling apart. After years of enduring his reckless behavior and poor decisions, Pumpkin finally had enough. Reports emerged of her filing for divorce in a bid to escape the chaos that surrounded her husband. But the worst was yet to come. Not long after the divorce filing, Josh found himself in deep legal trouble. Authorities were investigating him for a series of alleged crimes, including financial fraud and misuse of funds, scandals that had remained hidden for years. On the day of his sentencing, no one expected what was about to unfold. In a shocking turn of events, Josh was sentenced to 2 years in prison for his involvement in a massive financial scheme that defrauded several investors. And as if that weren't enough, Pumpkin, who had been silently biding her time, was about to claim a huge victory of her own. While Josh was facing the consequences of his actions, Pumpkin was preparing for the next chapter of her life, and it was going to be a big one. After the divorce was finalized, she took the fight to court to claim what she believed she was rightfully owed, a staggering $100,000 from their joint assets. Pumpkin's legal team presented a rock-solid case. They argued that Josh had drained their shared savings, misused funds from their business ventures, and essentially left Pumpkin with nothing but debt. The courtroom was filled with tension as the evidence mounted against Josh, and the jury wasn't buying his defense. After what felt like an eternity of back and forth, the court ruled in Pumpkin's favor. Not only did she win the divorce settlement, but the judge awarded her a whopping $100,000 in damages, which was considered compensation for the emotional distress and financial hardship she had endured. This victory sent shockwaves through the media and left Josh reeling. Of course, it didn't take long for the internet to explode with reactions. Fans of both Josh and Pumpkin had a lot to say about the shocking turn of events. Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube were flooded with opinions, memes, and theories about what had really gone down behind closed doors. Some fans rallied behind Pumpkin, praising her for standing up for herself and claiming what she was owed. Others expressed disappointment in Josh, wondering how someone who once had it all could lose everything so quickly. And then there were those who couldn't help but speculate about what would happen next. Would Josh appeal the ruling? Could he possibly bounce back after serving time? As Josh prepares to spend the next 2 years behind bars, many are wondering if this is the end of his career, and perhaps even the end of his public life. The once famous TV personality now faces an uncertain future, with a criminal record that could haunt him for the rest of his life. Some experts believe that Josh could potentially turn his story into a redemption arc. He could use his time in prison to reflect, learn, and come back stronger, though that remains to be seen. Meanwhile, Pumpkin's future is looking brighter than ever. With her newfound wealth, she is now free to pursue her dreams and take control of her own narrative. Could she become a media mogul? Will she take her story to the big screen? Time will tell, but one thing is certain. Pumpkin is in full control of her destiny now. From a messy divorce to a massive payout and a 2-year prison sentence, the drama surrounding Josh Castravet and Pumpkin is far from over. The aftermath of this case will continue to unfold, but one thing's for sure. No one saw this coming. What do you think? Was Josh's downfall inevitable? Will Pumpkin continue to rise from the ashes of this saga, or will she fade into obscurity? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more breaking news. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe, because this is a story you won't want to miss. But first, let's take a deep dive into how Josh went from TV star to convict. This is the shocking downfall of Josh Castravet, and it all starts now. Before the scandal, Josh Castravet was a household name. With his signature charm and larger-than-life persona, Josh quickly became a fan favorite on the hit reality show Life in the Spotlight. Known for his hilarious antics and sometimes controversial stunts, Josh captured the hearts of millions across the globe. He was the guy everyone loved to watch, until the cracks began to show. Born into a modest family, Josh's rise to fame seemed like a fairy tale. But as we all know, fairy tales don't always have happy endings. Behind the smiles and camera flashes, Josh had his share of personal demons. He was a man who lived for the spotlight but seemed to struggle with his personal life. At first it was the whispers, the rumors. Fans started to notice that Josh was becoming more reclusive. Gone were the days when he was the life of the party. He started pulling out of public events, and his social media accounts seemed less frequent, less engaging. His followers were growing concerned, but no one knew the full story. Then came the financial troubles. Reports surfaced that Josh had been involved in some questionable financial dealings. No one could have predicted that this rising star was about to plunge headfirst into a legal nightmare. But even more troubling were the rumors surrounding his personal life. Sources close to Josh claimed that his marriage was on the rocks, and his business ventures were falling apart. No one could have predicted what would happen next. Early 2024, Josh's world came crashing down. The first hint of legal trouble emerged when Josh was accused of financial fraud. At the time, no one knew exactly what the charges entailed, but what was clear was that they were serious. The allegations came from former business partners who accused Josh of misappropriating funds and misleading investors. Josh's legal team tried to brush it off as a misunderstanding. They insisted that it was all just a big mix-up. But the more the case progressed, the more the evidence stacked against him. It soon became apparent that Josh had been living a double life, one for the cameras, and another behind the scenes where his business dealings were far less glamorous. The trial date approached, the media circus began. The courtroom was packed with reporters, eager to catch the latest developments in the case of the former reality star turned alleged criminal. As more details were revealed, the accusations became even more damning. Josh wasn't just accused of stealing money. He was allegedly involved in a complex web of shady business deals, some of which involved laundering money through offshore accounts. The prosecution painted Josh as a man who used his fame to manipulate people into trusting him with their money, only to betray them when the stakes got high. The jury listened carefully as witnesses took the stand, telling stories of how they were misled, how Josh had promised them wealth and success, only to leave them in financial ruin. The trial unfolded, public opinion began to shift. Fans who had once idolized Josh were now questioning his integrity. On social media, hashtags like Justice for the Victims and Josh Castravet Exposed began trending. And it wasn't just the usual internet trolls. Even die-hard fans of Josh were starting to lose faith in him. Honey Boo Boo's ready to hop back in front of the camera, sitting down to film a new season of Mama June's reality show with her man. The reality star, real name Alana Thompson, was spotted in the Denver, Colorado area at Sloan's Lake Park Saturday afternoon, sitting on the grass with her beau, Drawlin Carswell. The two seemed to be relaxing, milling about the park and having a few snacks while dudes with radios get ready to start rolling the cameras. We're told Honey and Drawlin were filming an episode of Mama June, Family Crisis, which recently wrapped up its 7th season. Alana and Drawlin started dating back in 2021 and they've stayed together amid the difficulties in Alana's family, her move to college and Drawlin's DUI arrest in 2023. Past seasons of the show have seen Honey Boo Boo call out her mom for allegedly taking money she earned from her. So, there's always drama you gotta see to believe. Mama June Shannon is unrecognizable in new photos following dramatic weight loss transformation. Mama June Shannon is unrecognizable in new photos following dramatic weight loss transformation. Mama June Shannon showcased her incredible weight loss transformation in a social media video on Monday, and encouraged her fans to persevere on their own health journeys. The 45-year-old, who has lost over 300 pounds on her weight loss journey, shared a video that featured several glowing selfies of June, each showcasing her happy smile and svelte figure. Never lose yourself. I've been lost over the years, been on top and hit rock bottom, June wrote in the caption. There are rough days as it is. It's not all peaches and rainbows. Her fans rushed to the comment section to praise the mother of four's incredible transformation, with one writing, "You've stepped up so much. And you look so good whilst doing it," while another added, "Junebug, you look fabulous." "Happy looks good on you," another chimed in, while a fourth exclaimed, "Good job, June." Prioritizing your health is the best thing you can do. June and her family rose to fame after appearing on Toddlers and Tiaras, a TLC show that followed the personal lives of child beauty pageant contestants. Celebrities who have admitted to using weight loss drugs. From Oprah Winfrey, Kelly Clarkson and James Corden. Her daughter Alana, better known as Honey Boo Boo, quickly became a fan favorite for her outspoken and sassy personality, scoring her family a spin-off show titled Here Comes Honey Boo Boo. June then scored her own reality show, Mama June, from not to hot, and has been documenting her weight loss journey since 2017. She underwent gastric sleeve bypass surgery in 2015, yet gained 100 pounds afterwards due to the immense stress of supporting her eldest daughter, Anna, through her cancer battle. Anna sadly passed away aged 29 in December 2023. The reality star then opted to undergo frequent semaglutide injections, which allowed her to shed the weight over time. June revealed that she had stopped taking the injections in December 2024, and had managed to maintain her figure thanks to her healthy lifestyle. I left my medication at home, while on vacation, and realized in 10 days could do without it, she told Us Weekly. Didn't get back on it. Not judging anyone who's on the weight loss shot, because if you are, then it's fine, but don't take the weight loss shot anymore due to the fact that it is a stepping stone, but it's not a fix-all be-all, she continued. You have to make it a lifestyle change. So I made the lifestyle changes, and I know I can move forward with the lifestyle changes. She later told In Touch Weekly that she doesn't regret using the medication, adding that it can help with a range of health issues. Tell you all the time, if you choose to go on the weight loss shot, it has so many benefits, she said. Not just for weight loss, but for, people who have women's issues, people who have inflammation, people who have other issues going on. Haven't took the shot since, December and am still maintaining and eating properly no matter where I'm at, she explained. The years, audiences have watched the Shannon family navigate heartbreak, conflict, and deeply personal struggles across multiple reality shows. From Toddlers and Tiaras to Here Comes Honey Boo Boo, and later, Mama June on WETV. The most recent chapter in their story has brought fans into one of the most painful experiences matriarch June Shannon has ever faced. Saying goodbye to her eldest daughter, Anna Chickadee Cardwell. The Mama June series, which concluded its 7th season with the July 25, 2025 finale Sister or Snitch, has chronicled both lighthearted and devastating moments in the family's journey. But it was a recent post on June's Instagram that hit fans especially hard. In the emotional clip, pulled from a confessional segment of the show, June recalls Anna's final days before she passed on December 9, 2023, at just 29 years old. Anna wanted me first thing this morning to call hospice, and that's what I did, June said. I moved mountains to get the doctors to finally sign off on hospice. And think that was the best decision that she made. According to June, Anna wanted her last moments to be spent surrounded by her loved ones. Even when the room grew too quiet, she would ask her mother to play music. Caption on the video reads, "This was when we knew she was tired and finally accepted everything." In her own words beneath the post, June reflected on the agony of that time. Have decided about one of the worst moments that can remember having to make them phone calls, knowing that our body was tired, knowing that it was coming to an end, we all knew it, but I'm telling you you're never ready when that time comes. Fans, many of whom have followed the Shannon family for years, flooded the comments with condolences and shared memories of watching Anna's journey unfold. You did good taking care of her and making sure her wishes were met. Was in shambles watching her last episode. Can't even watch these episodes. Hurts me so much. Been a fan since day one and just can't. Hopefully one day can watch them, but it hurts. Stay strong, Mama June. Anna cried watching her wedding and her final moments. For longtime viewers, Anna's passing is not just another reality storyline. It's the loss of someone they've watched grow up, celebrate milestones, and face unimaginable challenges. And for Mama June, it's a reminder that even when you know the end is coming, nothing can truly prepare you for it. Be sure to catch up on everything happening on Mama June right now. Come back here often for all Mama June spoilers, news, and updates. Chijioke Chukwemeka is a creative content writer who writes about entertainment news articles, fashion, pro wrestlings like the She's also a blogger, a book reviewer and a soon-to-be editor. She loves to travel and meet new people. Loves to watch cartoons and wrestling, and wishes more than anything in the world to become a WWE superstar someday. Mama June's family dynamic shifts dramatically after major life change in daughter Lauren's marriage. A major turning point in Lauren Pumpkin Efford's marriage is sending shockwaves through Mama June's family, and it's changing everything. On Mama June, Family in Crisis, viewers witness the severity of how June's addictions and fractured relationships with her family have impacted Lauren. After becoming the primary caretaker of younger sister Alana Honey Boo Boo Thompson, plus caring for her own children with husband Josh Efford, Lauren's marriage finally took such a hard hit, the couple divorced. Now, in the wake of this pivotal shift in Lauren's personal life, June's relationship with her daughters is evolving too, revealing long-buried tensions and surprising moments of solidarity. Alana and her mother have seemingly come a long way since filming season of Family Crisis. The pair were still in a rocky place at the beginning of the season, with Alana still airing her grievances with her mother to her followers online and with her friend on camera. But the mother and daughter recently spoke to In Touch prior to the premiere of the season, and it was clear that the pair were at least united in support of Lauren's choice to end her marriage. Although Alana admitted that Josh had stepped in as a father figure for her in the years she had lived with her sister's family, she felt she had to support her sister's decision. She admitted at one time she hoped they would fix it, as they had in the past when confrontation arose, but she eventually realized her sister wasn't happy and needed the change. June, on the other hand, felt that the couple were bound to separate, pointing out the awareness that came to the family after the loss of her daughter, Anna Marie Chickadee Tony, to cancer in 2023. June noted everyone in the family then became aware of what had been placed on the back burner in their lives. Although there is still tension between Alana and June in season, it is nice to see that the mother has taken small strides to repair the relationship she has with her daughter Ted. In April 2021, Lauren told In Touch that her mother's behavior was the main issue in her marriage. Now that the marriage is broken beyond repair, there is room for June to make amends for the damage she once caused by continuing to support her daughter through this time of transition. June has been sober since 2020, and has recently featured her weight OSS transformation in Family Crisis, which, after all, used to be titled Mama June, From Not to Hot, with the original premise of the series meant to focus on the matriarch's weight loss journey, before the family crisis erupted. June also took the tentative first steps to repairing her relationship with her daughters in the most recent episodes of season, who have grown wary of their mother's tempestuous approach to conflict management. June demonstrated in recent episodes of Family Crisis that she is willing to take steps toward repairing her relationship with her daughters, signaled by returning part of the funds she had appropriated from Alana's savings as a child actor. Although June made a show of arranging a large check to present to her daughter, as though she had won a prize, instead of accepting replacement funds for what had been stolen, it was at least a small olive branch to her youngest daughter. With the return of the funds, and her support for Lauren's choice to divorce and start over, June has been building back trust in her relationships with her children. June recently showing a united front with Alana in support of Lauren indicates the family dynamic may have shifted significantly following the divorce. The upcoming 100th episode of Mama June, Family Crisis, centers around Lauren Pumpkin Efford's choice to divorce her husband, Josh Efford. The episodes leading up showed a frustrated Josh attempting to initiate conversations, and a fed-up Lauren prioritizing her newly developed business instead of responding to him. The gradual dissipation of their relationship seems related to the crisis the family has been in since Lauren's mother, Mama June Shannon, was arrested on drug-related charges in 2019. Alana Honey Boo Boo Thompson was lucky to have had Lauren step in during this period, to act as a mother to her younger sister, making sure she flipped the script on the family history, got settled into high school, and applied for nursing school after graduation. Just as June is lucky that her adult daughters have agreed to continue filming the family series together. Without Alana and Lauren, there would only be a crisis without the family. Alana's narrative about her new relationship and career path, and Lauren's budding business and failing marriage, make up the heart of the series. June's unrepentant attitude about past behavior is not tracking well this season, but her daughters have enough going on to keep viewers invested. Much of the tension this season has revolved around Alana's accusation that June had stolen the $30,000 the young reality star had earned from her season on Dancing with the Stars. This, in addition to the fact that Alana claims she hasn't seen any compensation for her hours of reality TV as a child performer on Toddlers and Tiaras or Here Comes Honey Boo Boo. While acknowledging she owed Alana $30,000, June claimed that the other funds were used to raise her daughter. The way that June handled the return of the funds shows just the intensity of the strain. Alana had initially provided her mother a grace period to return the money, but after some time had passed, the young reality star turned to social media to vent her frustrations. June took this as bait, immediately flying into a rant about her daughter airing family laundry online. The matriarch did set up a meeting to return the money to her daughter, who needed it for her education, but the details of the meeting showed a lack of maturity. Bringing a giant check, as though Alana had somehow won the money, and forcing her daughter to take a photo with the check to make sure it could be posted for followers online to see the amount had been repaid, showed that June is better at creating moments of conflict than she is at repairing connections on Mama June. Family crisis. Lauren fought to get custody of her younger sister Alana, and through different tragedies, the older sister patiently worked to keep the family together, and to keep Alana on track to follow her career goals after high school. The family crisis, including the loss of their eldest sister, Anna Chickadee Cardwell, to cancer in 2023, also put strains on Lauren's marriage. While Josh was a solid partner throughout much of Lauren's family crisis, his frustration with their situation fed into the downfall of their relationship, since Lauren seemed to always be stuck trying to do the right thing amid the impossible situation she was put in by June. While it is nice to see that the couple have seemingly sorted out a civil co-parenting situation after the split, it is sad to see the couple incapable of communicating anymore after years of suffering under the effect of June's choices. The couple, of course, suffered under the usual strain of normal family life, and Lauren's pivot to expand her online business seems to have bothered Josh in the last days of their relationship. But both Lauren and Josh have acknowledged that the different stages of